Mincha is going to be 7:40. Please be on time. The Halacha tells us that a person who is not eating bread cannot say a bracha for someone else who is eating bread. Meaning, the only time I'm allowed to say a bracha for somebody else is if both I'm eating and he's eating. So then I could say, okay, I'm going to say the bracha and you have in mind and you're going to fulfill your obligation. But if I'm not eating, how can I go ahead and say Hamotzi min haaretz? That halacha is also true if it's Shabbat. Even on Shabbat, where there's a mitzvah to eat bread on Shabbat, to have a meal with bread on Shabbat, I'm not allowed to say the bracha v'hamotzi on behalf of another person and say, well, I'm helping him do a mitzvah by saying the bracha v'hamotzi min haaretz, because that way he's able to have bread. No, we still say that you have to have it yourself in order to be able to be motzi others, which is in contrast, by the way, to birkat mitzvah. When there's a bracha of a mitzvah, in many circumstances we say, even though I'm not doing the mitzvah, I could say the bracha for somebody else. But when it comes to what's called birkat ne'enim, which is the blessing of the food items, of pleasures, so then I have to also partake in that pleasure in order to say for someone else. The only exception is for a minor. If an adult wants to say a bracha, he says, I'll say Hamotzi, you answer Amen, and then you'll eat. And he's not eating, the adult. He can do that for a minor, and the reason is, there's called the mitzvat chinuch. So typically the case would be a father to a son. The son is under bar mitzvah, he's 10 years old. He says, you know what, I'm going to say the bracha, and you answer Amen. And then I say the bracha, he answers Amen, and he wants to eat whatever it is, an apple. That would be technically mutal to do, because there the pshat is the mitzvah chinuch. Although once he's already 10, he should already know it himself to be able to do it himself. But if he's at a younger age, that's something that would be a legitimate way of doing it. And that's a special reason, because you're training your children, so you don't really have to partake in the mitzvah. That in itself is the mitzvah itself. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.